Good day, everybody. This is Vic from V Drive bringing it to you. 2026 Toyota Crown Signia, the hybrid version, all-wheel drive. Yes, based on the thumbnail, as you can see, this vehicle is actually a Ferrari on a budget because the front end does look like Ferrari, in my opinion. Now, but the main thing what we're going to talk about is this a better vehicle than the Lexus RX 350h, which is the luxury competitor of this vehicle? Same family, we just are making it sound like a competitor, but this is still a better value than the Lexus. But first off, let's just start talking about this nice Toyota fob that you can see. You have the remote starter using the lock button, hold button for the trunk, all that kind of stuff, and you have the nice Crown Signia, Toyota Crown badge at the back. Just to remind you, you're actually driving a better car than just a regular Toyota right there. Now, first off, let's just talk about the beautiful color. This is a pearl white, or you can call it a diamond white as well. Looks really beautiful. You have the nice daytime running lights right here, and you have this extra space right here just for the looks, in my opinion. Nice quality. And the nice look for the front end. This nose and this bulge right here basically looks like a Lexus RX 350. If you want to watch that video, just go through our content here. We'll put a link below so you're able to watch the full review on that too. Now, coming back here, you have the flat bottom right here. For the first time I'm seeing is within the bumper right here, you actually have the nice crevices and you can see the nice design of the mesh. In between you have the sensors, you have a radar, and you have a front-facing camera which is part of your 360. And instead of having a fog lamp, you just have a light which is a little bit below right here. That's your nighttime light. Block heater socket is right here. You get a specific wire for that. Now, gloss black all around underneath, gloss black right here. There is no hidden vent or even a vent, like a part that make it look like a vent. Car looks really, really cool. Now, they had this Toyota Venza, which they stopped making it in 2024, which they had it for a long, long time, because this vehicle essentially is in between the RAV4 and Toyota Highlander. If you want a bigger 5-seater, but you want more space because your kids are taller or you just yourself is very, very tall, this will be the best vehicle possible. Now, come to the side right here. You have the gloss black on the side right here. Now, this vehicle is a limited edition. It cost about $64,000 in Canada as we speak right now. I was really expecting to see the body match fender flare right here, but that's not a problem. This is just the way they designed. I'm sure they had some sort of thought behind it, right? You have the gunmetal wheels that are 21 inches. Right, front and back. Size of the tire is 235, 45 R21, disc brakes behind it, and within the wheel wells you also have the acoustic liner to make this car making very soundproof. Unlike a RAV4, this is going to be really, really sound deadening material, and I can tell you that. Now focus over here, you have the blacked out body mirror cap right here, blacked out roof, you have the sunroof which is all blacked out, roof rails are black around here, and you have the black accents all around here. Looks really cool in my opinion. Vehicle is really long. The weight of the vehicle itself is about 4,200 pounds, right? And you have the regular gas cap right here, which we'll have to open it from on the other side there. Now coming to the back, you have your brake light and your tail light that goes all across right here. A limited badge here to remind you what you're driving. Crown badge in the middle, and an all-wheel drive and the HEV drive option, the HEV badge right there too. Now, the gloss black bumper at the back and your brake light is right in the middle right here. Now, let me just show you what kind of space you actually get into this vehicle, because that's going to surprise you a lot. Now, let me just show you the amount of space that you get. You have plenty of space. These are just the mats that comes with the vehicle there. So I couldn't take them all out, but you have the mat right here to remind you what you're driving again, Toyota Crown right here. You can actually throw a body or two if you like, and you have the vanity cover right here in case you want to hide your Christmas gifts. Christmas is coming, Merry Christmas to all of you guys in advance. And if you will pull this latch right here, and you will pull this latch right here too, you can drop down your seats as well. We'll talk about the interior in a bit, but let me just show you something. With this one, you also have this option. You can lift these portions up. So in case you want to haul something, you won't have to worry too much. You can put these ones without wrecking your seats. If you have to haul lumber or anything like that, you can utilize this space really, really well. All right, let's just get to the engine right now. Under the hood, you have this 2.5 turbocharged engine, which is paired to a hybrid motor. That puts about 240 horsepower, which is 6 clicks less than a Lexus RX 350. Why? I don't know. And 178 pound-feet of torque. Now, the fuel economy on this vehicle is absolutely ridiculous to all my American friends. According to you guys, it's going to be 39 miles per gallon combined. And then for all my Canadian friends, it's going to be 6.2 liters per 100 kilometers, which is absolutely ridiculous. That's a combined mileage I'm talking about. If you're going strictly highway, you can get it down to 6 liters per 100 kilometers or less as well, which is amazing. Now, you have the hybrid systems, you have the 2 motors at the front, 1 motor at the back. Your transmission is electronic CVT. Now, I have a little bit of a dilemma and I have a question for you guys too. Now, there was a time when Nissan had a CVT transmission and everybody was kind of scared of it because the vehicle does not actually have gears. It's just one gear. If it fails, it fails and you're stuck with it. Toyota's CVT transmission has been really reliable from last few years. What are your thoughts on that? I would really love to hear from you guys. Let me know in the comments below and I want to know your thoughts. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any questions, please drop a comment below and don't forget to subscribe. We're trying to hit 10,000 subscribers in next 30 days. Would really appreciate your help with that. Now let's get to the front of the vehicle here. You have the plastic on top, you have the brown leather right here, and you have the plastic again. You have the cup holder space and place for your snacks, power windows, all that kind of stuff. And this is what you get. You have the brown leather seats with the nice perforation. Sorry, we forgot to take the seats off, the plastic off. You have the power seats with the lumbar support, pretty much a similar leather, and there is a 6 type of quality leather that's combined to make this type of leather to make it very comfortable. And inside you have a really cool aesthetics here. Now, this is how everything looks like. You have your leather wrap steering wheel here that has a nice stitch, just like they do it on your cricket ball or your baseballs there. You have the driver assist camera. You have a digital dash. There is no heads-up display. I have no clue why, because most of the Toyota vehicles that are limited packages, they do have heads-up display. I will just leave that beside because I don't know if you really care about it or not, depending on who you are, right? And you have your light controls and all that kind of stuff is there. It's not flat bottom, it's fully round, and you have the nice brass inserts all around the vehicle here with a little bit of a gloss black touch here and flat surfaces right here. And you also have your paddle shifters behind it in case you want to shift your imaginary or the electronic CVT transmission by yourself. A big touchscreen with the Apple CarPlay and Auto, and if you press this button, you have your 360 camera. You can see everything around. And if I will just put the vehicle into reverse, you can also see everything around here. It's high definition, and I'm really happy to see what Toyota is bringing it to you guys. Now, you have all the plastic buttons right here. You have the heated steering wheel button right here instead of having it on this side now. Heated and cooling seats. And you have the nice knob right in the middle for your volume. Right, for the music system, you have JBL system. When you have a technology package, which this specific one have, you also have the 11 JBL speakers. When you do not have that, which is about $2,200 option in Canada, you get only 6 speakers. Along with the tech package, you also get this rear camera mirror, so you can see everything behind you. This camera is located at the back of the vehicle here, right inside the vehicle, right? Pretty cool. Now, you have pretty cool looking setup right here. Transmission shifter, which is really cute looking, USB-C port. There is no USB port, which could be a trouble for some of the boomers. And you have the wireless charging right here. Nice cool design for the leather. You have a space right here in the middle in case you wanted to make some more space for your snacks. Cup holders here. And your center console opens up both from this side and from this side as well. So in case you want to put some more stuff into it and you have your wife sitting on the next side, you both can play with this thing, right? Now, you have the nice mixture of plastic, leather, soft touch, and leather back here again. Gives you a really nice cool feel there. Now, if you'll go back to that vent right there, that also looks like the front end of the vehicle, which is basically your lights. Looks really cool. And again, coming back to the seats, these are really comfy. We get a chance to spend some time with this vehicle thanks to Sherwood Toyota. The seats were really comfy and we had a lot of fun driving this. Now, before we go to the back of the vehicle and show you how much of a legroom I have, I want to point out one more thing. You have this moonroof right here, which is stationary. You can't open the sunroof. And you have this beam in the middle right here. I guess that's for the structural integrity, just to support the vehicle there. And if you are sitting in the vehicle, maybe you can just close this shade right here and make sure your kids don't see any of the stars, and you can just keep this much space for you and your wife maybe. That's the only thing I can think of. If you have any better suggestions or better idea what this is for, please let me know, enlighten me. Now let's go to the back of the vehicle. Pretty much same idea right here, but you have the heated seats button for the back seats right here. When you come to the back right here, you have plenty of space. You have the leather right here. You have the blacked out leather here, two-tone, of course. USB-C ports. You have a bump in the middle. After all, it's an all-wheel drive vehicle, right? And there is a lot of space, and it's really comfy sitting at the back, in my opinion. And now, if you're sitting into a RAV4, you're not going to have the same amount of experience there. And you also have your cup holders right in the middle. So if there's only 4 people traveling at a time, you can put your drinks right here and make sure you can enjoy your comfy ride. And you have your, car seat holders and all that kind of stuff there too. But yeah, let's just go for a quick drive, and so I can show it to you what kind of power this car is pushing and fuel economy and what kind of comfort it is. Let's go. All right, here we are on our test drive in our 2026 Toyota Crown Signia Limited. Man, just the first impression, as soon as you sit in the car, I'll have to tell you this, the car is really quiet. Unlike the previous gen, not the previous gen, just the previous version of this vehicle, which was typically Venza, right? This is a lot more quieter. You have these little mics that detects all kind of unwanted noise in the vehicle. The glass is thicker there, and it's just quiet. You don't hear any kind of unwanted noise from the outside. The only thing that may bother you is when you step on the gas, for example. Because you have a smaller engine, and you have a eCVT there, and you have the hybrid motor. You're trying to get more power out of a smaller engine. That's the only thing that may bother you when you drive this vehicle. But other than that, it won't be a concern at all. Lexus itself, the RX 350h, it was a pretty much similar idea. It was quiet, and I won't say they both are too far apart from each other. And just so you know, the price difference between both of those vehicles for similar features is actually about 8 to 9 grand in Canada alone. So that's why I was recommending this vehicle from the get-go there. Now, the second thing, the seats comfort. The seats, the bottom of the vehicle, the bottom portion of the vehicle that supports your thigh, that is a little bit shorter on this vehicle. And in my opinion, if that's a little bit longer, give you more support for your thighs, just like your hamstrings there, like if you're a tall person, that will be a little bit helpful. But other than that, the seat comfort is really pretty good in my opinion, right? Like driving it, the suspension is smooth. You don't really feel much of the bumps from the road, which is pretty neat. The steering wheel feels really comfortable. For example, if you're steering it, it's a really quick response. Everything that you touch while driving, it's going to be leather, other than just the top portion of the doors, the top of the dash, and anything around here. But everything else is just a soft touch material, all comfortable in my opinion there. Tech is pretty cool. The Apple CarPlay Under Auto is pretty much like a cool idea overall in the Toyota line of vehicles there. If your Apple is connected or your Android is connected, you can also use the Siri and Google function. My phone died, while otherwise I could have performed both of those things for you guys. Just something of a thought. While driving, you can just use those things, or you can use this voice command button on the steering wheel too. You can use the volume option, all that kind of stuff is there. You also have the stare assist in the vehicle that watches your face at all times. For example, if I'll put my finger right here, just within a few seconds, my system is going to tell me that my driver face is not detected. For example, sit up, driver face not detected, because the camera is not able to see my face. So that assures that at all times that I'm alive, my eyes are open, and I'm not dozing off while driving, right? And it's pretty cool. Adaptive cruise control. I'm just going to turn it on real quick. It works really cool based on the car in front of you. It's gonna do its thing and make sure I'm safe on the road, right? That guy is going a little slow based on the road speed, right? So I'm gonna be a little bit slow as well, right? I'm just gonna try to change this lane real quick. I'm gonna take you to a place where I can test some power for you guys there. See, as soon as you step on it, the car has a tendency to go. It's just the engine does make a little bit of a noise. But, if you're a kind of a person who's like me, who care more about the fuel economy, the longevity of the vehicle, that's where this vehicle is going to come in handy. Because after all, getting 39 miles per gallon in a full tank, that's going to save you a lot of fuel on a yearly and a monthly and a weekly basis there. You will still choose this thing over any other thing. And all the space that you get at the back of the vehicle, that's something come in handy too. All right, we're going to try to quickly floor the vehicle so I can show it to you how it handles. We're on a little bit of a curve here. But look at this. The hybrid assist, everything just gives you a lot of power right off the bat. And in no seconds, we are at 100 kilometers an hour. Yes, some of you will say, the 0 to 100 eventually. Yes, it's a hybrid vehicle. What do you expect? The vehicle weighs over 4,000 pounds. You go 0 to 100 in 6.8 seconds. But guess what? When it comes to do the performance and the longevity, the car is still going to beat any of your vehicles there. and it still costs less than a Lexus, which is still a good point in my opinion. Now a little bit to touch on the warranty of the vehicle. You have your basic warranty for 3 years and 60,000 kilometers. And when it comes to your powertrain, that is your 5 years and 100,000 kilometers. And if you will choose a Lexus version of this vehicle, which is RX 350, which we've been comparing with, you will have 4 years 80 and 6 years 110. There is a special warranty for the hybrid components as well. That is up to 160,000 kilometers. So, but that I believe there are going to be some sort of a changes with that based on what I've been hearing some news, but make sure you check with your Toyota dealer before you buy this vehicle. But with that, we are done. That's all I have to say about this magnificent vehicle there. Would I choose this vehicle? 10 on 10. Because the way I am, the body weight and the length of my body there, I'm not vertically challenged. I will definitely take this vehicle over RAV4 any day possible. Unless I have kids in the next few years, I'll choose a Highlander hybrid to save me some fuel. But until then, this will be my vehicle. But with that, I'm done. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe on the way out, and I can't wait to see you in the next video.